Hello and welcome back to Tesla News. My name is Marian and I'm your host today, and I'm covering a range test. The range test that is happening every single year in Scandinavia, and we will look into that because the Model 3 long range is beating everyone. So that is very great news, and I have more prepared for you. But first of all, in Europe, a lot of people are talking about the EQS beating Tesla, being the Tesla killer, but you see clearly here with a higher and much bigger battery pack, as well as the BMW EX-D50, it is a battery pack that is way bigger, but still the Model 3 is beating all of them by a slight margin, but still with a way smaller battery pack. So this Norway range test is clearly showing that Tesla is on the right track, and we will look into more products that are actually as well part of that test. But clearly the Model 3 long range is now the number one when it comes to range. The test was happening with 0 degrees to -8 degrees. And this is winter testing, and it is happening every single year. We all know that. For all those following Tesla for a long time, they do know that this test is happening every single year. Looking into other products, other brands, first of all, we have to check for the Model Y long range. The Model Y long range is reaching 451 kilometers. The ID.3 Pro S 435, Kia EV6 423 kilometers, and then the BYD with 356 kilometers. What is important to understand here is the difference between the official WLTP range, which you see on the website of each of their brands, and the real range that you get. And when you go after that, the difference between the one that you see on the website and the one that you have in the wintertime, the least difference is with the BYD with 11%, and right after that comes the Model Y long range with 11.05%. So that is really good, because it's a big discussion that the WLTP range is way off to the real data that you have in real life. And the Model 3 long range has a difference of 15.15%. But for all the others that you have seen, the BMW in the test as well as the EQS, it is way off of that, what the marketing strategy is showing you. Yeah, we can go 700 kilometers, but then you're going into the winter time and you're like, okay, that is like way off the real data that is shown. We all know that there's a difference with the EV in the winter time, but the question is how big is okay, and how big this difference is supposed to be, and what you think about that. Please share me your opinion, because I believe there should be real data in the wintertime, and this should also be shown on the website so people can really know what they can expect. Then we look into Austin. In Austin, we are waiting for the final certification the same way as we do in Giga Berlin. And we are looking into a very, very tough and really critical time right now, because the demand is so high that it is really, especially for the US market, very important that Austin starts to produce Model Y in the near future. But timeline here is end of this quarter, and I think that is a very good sign that we could see a nice output this year coming from Austin. For Giga Berlin, there's no new information. It has gotten really quiet. I don't have any information I can share with you, just that you don't think I'm forgetting about Giga Berlin here. I will share something if I know it. And then for the quarterly revenue here, cannot get enough here, clearly shows here in a graph again. Just put the Q4 revenue into 2017, and you see that in 2017, the total revenue is already smaller than the entire revenue for Q4. This just clearly shows where Tesla is going with its growth this year. It is just, or last year, and where they will go this year with 2 new factories starting and pumping out new cars. So that is also a very bullish sign. So there's great things to come, and Q1 will be very, very good. Then looking into mega chargers, new footages here from the mega chargers, and I said before, I think it will be a unique opportunity for Tesla to build an entire mega charger system in the United States and Europe to even more differentiate itself from the competition. I think that will be very important. Then looking into the operating margin, GAAP, we see clearly that Tesla is moving forward to be the leader when it comes to margins here. And the only way that the others can catch up is going into EV business as well. And of course, production efficiency. And then looking into the J&D Power electric vehicle experience ownership study, we see that the Model 3 and the Model Y as well as Model S are clearly ahead of everyone else in the premium sector. So that is really nice to see, especially with the Model S. I do expect that there is a lot of Model S Plaid as well inside this study right now, as the production rate is increasing, and I do expect very good numbers in the coming year, and as well in next year I do expect to catch up to record numbers from 2019 or 18 it was. Then looking into Sweden, we see the performance variant. You see now much more clearly how it looks. That was a production car from Giga Berlin that is now testing in Norway, and now it is on its way in Sweden. So more testing is happening here, which is a very good sign that they can get an idea how good those cars are. We clearly see as well, thanks to Tobias Lind here, that the battery factory is taking shape at a rapid speed. I do really like to see that there's a lot of stuff happening, a lot of people working there. That is very, very important. So as the timeline I personally set was Q3 for the first batteries to come out of this battery factory. But worst case, end of the year. So let's see how this is all playing out. Until then, we can expect very good numbers coming here from Shanghai. I expect a lot of growth here from Shanghai. It is not really clear yet what this building will be about here, if it's going to be for batteries as well, or if they're just going to take the CATL batteries directly from the factory nearby. So thank you very much for being here today. I really appreciate your support, that you stay with me all the time, even though, of course, I'm not always perfect. But thank you very much for being here. And if you're from Germany, Austria, or Switzerland, again, here, my German EV channel, 5 minutes EV news as well, if you do enjoy that and you like to watch that, as well as my podcast in German on Tessie Supply, Spotify, and Amazon Music. Thank you very much for your support. Bye bye.